Hey Hoop Nerds, Sarah the Vegan Hooper here, and today is a very snowy day in Western New York. There's a blizzard outside, so I thought I would teach you a move that I have been messing with. It's sort of a part of a sequence to say, so it opens up a huge doorway to do a lot of different things on wall plane. So prerequisites for this tutorial will be a 4-petal anti-spin flower. Knowing how to pulsate / grip the hoop so that you're not just doing this. Okay, you're actually making 1, 2, 3, 4 petals to make this awesome design. So if you know how to do that and you have a set of twin hoops, then with no further ado, let's jump right in. Alright guys, so if you guys know how to do this opposite direction flower on wall plane, this is similar to that, but it is not the same move, okay? This is something that you can add in to this sequence once we learn the trick. So that I just showed you, Cassie McKenney, look her up on YouTube. I will post that in the description box below. She has a tutorial for that and 3 other flower moves, and you can connect them all using a method that the Vulcan Tech Gospel uses. So I will post that in the description box below. But if you know how to do this, then it'll be very helpful for you, okay? So what we're going to do for this move is we're going to start like this, okay? So I am on my left side. I have an inside grip with my left hoop. It is on its native side, thumb pointing up. My right hoop is going to have an inside grip with the thumb pointing down, and it's going to stretch its arm out to the left side so that my left hoop has the thumb up and my right hoop has the thumb down, and it's this beautiful layered effect on my left side of my body, okay? Now this opens up a whole doorway of different moves we can do. I love starting right here, just so you know, alright? So what we're going to do here is our right arm that is stretched out in front of us is going to anti-spin up, okay? So it's going to roll over our pinky, and we're going to re-grip it up in the air with our arm stretched up, okay? So we start with our thumb down with our right hand on our left side, and we anti-spin up, okay? Once we anti-spin up, the next thing we're going to do is with our thumb leading, or our pointer finger leading, we are going to do 1/4 of an extension back to start. And that's it for the right hand, okay? So anti-spin up, extend back to start. Boom, 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 okay? Okay, so now what our left hand is going to do is, it's on its native side, it is going to anti-spin down, okay? This is our left hand. So we're going to basically rainbow the hoop down to make this anti-spin pedal. Rainbow it down, and then when you are in this odd position with your hand curled, you are going to let the hoop roll on the back of your hand, pinky first, so pinky and then the rest of your hands, and then you're going to re-grip it so that it feels comfortable again with your wrist facing out, okay? So we start with our wrist facing out, rainbow the hoop down, re-grip it, wrist facing out. And if you don't know how to do the anti-spin 4-petal flower, you are just anti-spinning down and re-gripping, okay? This is the left hand. Now after we re-grip, all we're going to do is with our wrist facing out is extend 1/4 the way back to start, okay? So boom, boom. So this is our left hand. Anti-spin, re-grip, extend 1/4 the way back to start. And it looks like this. Now, though our hands are doing a lot, it's very important, because these are easy moves, to keep what we're doing very crisp, clean, and in the correct lane. So if we are anti-spinning up, we want it in the correct spot, and we want our anti-spin nice and clean, as well as our extension, okay? So we're going to put all of this together. So like I said, our left hand is on its native side, inside grip, thumb pointing up. Our right hand is thumb pointing down with the inside grip stretched out across, and we have this beautiful layered effect. Now when we put this together, the hoops are going to anti-spin at the same time. So our hoop that is in front, which is our right hoop, is going to anti-spin up, while our hoop that is in the back, which is our left hand, anti-spins down. And together it looks like this. Okay? So we want to keep this nice and clean. Imagine a rectangle in the middle of our body. Okay? We want to keep both hoops in this rectangle so that it looks nice. We don't want one hoop here and the other there. We want it nice and clean. Okay? So anti-spin and extend both hoops at the same time back to start. Okay? Plain and simple. This is the left side of the trick. So you could repeat this as many times as you'd like. Okay? Anti-spinning and extending back to this layered effect. So if you guys got the left side, congratulations. Let's move on to the right side, which is doing the same thing but with the opposite hand. So our right hand on its native side is going to have an inside grip, thumb pointing up. Our left hand is now going to stretch with its thumb pointing down, okay, with this beautiful layered effect on our right side. Now whatever hoop is in the front is always going to anti-spin up, and whatever hoop is in the back is going to go down, all right? So our arm that is stretched out, which is our left arm, is going to anti-spin up by rolling over the pinky first and re-gripping up. And once we are here, we are just going to do a quarter of an extension back to start. Okay, so now this is the opposite hand. This is the left hand going up first, okay? And our right hand, which has a thumb pointing up, has its wrist facing towards you, is going to rainbow down and re-grip down, rolling over your pinky first. Now when it does this, when it rolls over your hand, it is such a quick motion that you do not want to jig the hoop so that it moves, okay? The anti-spin in the hand grip when you are going down is one fluid motion so that you do not even notice that you are re-gripping down here, okay? So you anti-spin down, and then wrists are still facing forward. Our right hand is going to extend a quarter of the way back to start. Boom, boom, okay? And together, of course, right arm is now on its native side, stretched out with thumbs pointing up. Left hand is stretched over to the right side, thumb pointing down. And I do swivel my hips a little bit, so if I'm messing with my right side, I swivel my hips to the right side, okay, so that it's easier and I can keep this nice pattern of the layered effects. At the same time, of course, our front hoop, which is our thumb pointing down hoop, our left hoop will anti-spin up. At the same time, the hoop that is behind will anti-spin down, okay, and then extend back to start. And that's it. Keeping our planes nice and clean, keeping this motion nice and fresh, okay? So what if we want to connect these two, because we learned our left side and our right side? Well, let me show you how to do that, okay? So no matter how many times we do this motion, we want to go back to start, okay? Our start would be this layered effect with the front hoop having the thumb down and the behind hoop, which is always your native hoop, with a thumb up, okay? What I'm going to do here is whatever hoop is in front, which is my right hoop, is going to have it roll on the back of the hand and re-grip with the thumb pointing up. So it starts with the thumb down. This is whatever arm is stretched out across and is in front is going to have the hoop roll from the pinky first and re-grip with the thumb pointing up, okay? But when I do this, instead of just doing like what a linear isolation roll would look like, I want to actually drag the hoop down like I'm doing the bottom of an extension, okay? So it's gonna roll over your pinky while you drag your hand down, go to your native side with your thumb pointing up, okay? So thumb pointing down, thumb pointing up. The hoop that is behind is simply going to extend, do the top of an extension by rainbowing up until your thumb is pointing down, okay? This is the hoop that is in back and has a thumb pointing up, okay? And together, which if you mess with twins, you're not a beginner, I'm sure you do this all the time. It is a split time extension on wall plane. It looks like this, okay? And now if you notice, we are in the perfect spot to do this side of the move I just taught you. And you can do this as many times as you want, but when you are ready to go to the other side, the hoop that is in the front will have the hand roll, and the hoop that is in the back will have the extension to do it again, okay? And when you put it all together, you can mess around with it as many times as you want, this pattern, or you could do this extension as many times as you want. It looks pretty dope, okay? Oops, I hit my ceiling. And this is what the move looks like. Guys, so here's some extra credit for you. If you got that, congratulations. It's really fun to mess with. You could add your Zan's diamond, you could add your wall plane flowers to this. It's just so much fun, all right? Extra credit would be what I mentioned in the beginning of this tutorial, Cassie McKinney's tutorial, the Vulcan Tech Gospel for these flowers on wall plane. I cannot remember the correct name, but I know that they are in split time, and I know they're in opposite directions, so I think they're called split op 4-petal anti-spin wall plane flowers, okay? I will post this tutorial in the description box below. But of course, when you get to any side you want on the side here, you can either go into the move that I showed you, or you can extend to the other side and either do the move again or do the flowers again, okay? So basically you can mix all three of these moves together. And I like to add, of course, Zan's diamond to the mix every now and then, which looks like this. Okay, so it's still messing with the overlapping thing going on here, okay? And that's it, guys. That's my little tutorial for the day, snowy day. I hope that you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment box. Also, I will link my sponsored Festival Treasures Etsy shop in the description box below. I got these beautiful UV purple hoops from them. I upsized to 27 inches. These are 5/8. Use my code VEGANHOOPER for 10% off of your purchase total and a free Skype lesson with moi. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I am Miss Maynard Keenan. I'm always on there. I would love to see you there if you have any questions or concerns. I hope you have a beautiful day. Peace. God bless.